Good day, you are welcome to today's lesson. In this lesson, we'll be talking about adjacent sibling selector. Adjacent sibling selector. I am Asante Patrick Romodo and I'll be your facilitator. Let's begin. Adjacent sibling, then selector. Okay, adjacent sibling selector. Okay, let's move on. So this is our topic for today, adjacent sibling selector. What is adjacent sibling selector? Adjacent is just a synonym for what? Next. Okay, next. Okay, so we can rephrase our topic as what? Next sibling what? Selector. Next sibling selector. Siblings, who are siblings? They are some a group of people who are of the same parent, okay, the same parent. So we'll learn how to select siblings who are of the same parent over here in this lesson. Okay, it will be one of the nicest topic that you would ever treat. That's fine. That one being said, let's take example. It is always good to have examples so that we understand what we are doing and understand better. Okay, so let's say we have an article element. Inside of this article we have h1, okay, and we have heading as content. Then I'll close my h1. Forget h1. Okay, then maybe I have my paragraph element. Okay, my paragraph element, then I will have the content as maybe paragraph. As paragraph. Okay, then I'll close it here. That's fine. Then let me close my article element. So this is what we have inside of what our HTML file. We have article and h1 and p. Then we closed our article. Okay, now we say that h1 and p, let me clean this. H1 and P are what? Are children of the article. So article is a parent of both H1 and P. But H1 and P are what? Siblings. H1 and P are siblings to each other or to themselves over there. Okay, that's it. So H1 and P are siblings. Okay, now let's say we want to select the P, the immediate P, or the, okay, so let me take this so that we understand better. Let me take this. Let me add this so that we understand what we are doing better. Okay, come here. I'll clean this article element. Okay, let me add another paragraph element. So maybe paragraph 2 will be its content. Okay, then let's go back and close our article element now. Okay, so now let's go over them all together. We have an article element. We have h1, which has the content heading, then we close it. We have paragraph, which has the content paragraph, that's all, then we closed it. We have another paragraph which has the content paragraph 2, we closed it over here. Then we have our article element closed. Okay, now what do we mean by adjacent sibling selector? We are saying that, see something, h1 p and this p, so how many p's do we have now? 2. We have 2 paragraphs and one heading in there. Okay, so we say that the first p is what? An adjacent sibling to what? Our h1 element, and this last p is adjacent sibling to what? Our p element, our second paragraph element. Okay, so let's say I want to select only the first paragraph that comes after my h1 element. In this case, how do I specify this? Okay, how do I do this? Let's go. You do this by the help of adjacent sibling selector. So how do I do it? We know that we want to select the first paragraph that comes after our heading. Okay, so our heading has the element h1. Okay, let me bring it here. Our heading has the element what? h1. Is that not so? Then you bring this, the plus sign, then p. This, let me take you off. This specifies that we need only the p that comes just after what? Our h1 element. We need the p that comes just after our h1 element. Don't you forget, please. Don't you forget. We need the p that comes just after our h1 element. So we do that with the help of the what? The plus sign. With the help of the plus sign, please. Okay, so that's it. Then you will pass your declaration and your declaration. So whatever declaration that we pass here will be applied to the content paragraph. In the case paragraph. Okay, this is where this thing will be applied. Okay, if let's say I come here and I do p plus of p and I pass a declaration, then in this case the last p is what I'm talking about. Okay, the last p is what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's it. And the declaration that I'll pass here will be applied to paragraph 2. It will be applied to what? Paragraph 2. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. I hope I was able to explain things better enough for your understanding. If you don't worry. When we take the practicals, you will solidify your understanding and you wouldn't have any problems again. For now, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the videos and the channel as well. Okay, so please have a good day and stay blessed. Until then, bye bye.